Although in this generation, many people allow their children to have cell phones at a very young age, but that shouldn't happen. Cell phones, tablets, really any electronic device is like a babysitter for most parents because it allows them to get a break for a little bit. But they are unaware of the damage that the child is enduring to the eyes during that period. All electronic devices give off light. These reactions with the eye can be poisonous to the photoreceptor cell molecules, rendering them damaged. According to Healthline News, too much screen time can wreck your eyes. Also, the University of Toledo says it is one of the leading causes of vision loss in the United States. It is very easy to let your child use your phone or buy them a phone and then they end up spending day and night on it. Eventually, they won't want to go outside and do anything, and that will result in health problems. I can't tell someone not to let their child have a cell phone because it's not anyone's place to tell someone not to give their child a cell phone, but I can tell you all the possibilities your child has of having to wear glasses or contacts. There is something called computer vision syndrome, which it's just a fancy name for eye strain and discomfort. Cell phones don't affect adults as much as small children and babies because their eyes aren't as developed on the inside like an adult's is. An online article titled Study Cell Phone Radiation Can Damage Eyes and Cause Early Cataracts. It can be easy to drift off while cooking, cleaning, just doing your daily routine, and before you know it, your child has been on the device for hours on top of hours. Radiation Health Risk says cell phones emit the same exact 2.5 GHz frequency radio frequency radiation that your microwave oven used to cook your food. Cell phones are not a babysitter, and they can be good sometimes for children to maybe use them for a few minutes at a time, but not constantly. Save your baby's eyes and lose the device. Some people say that cell phones can cause cancer, and if that is so, why would you want your child to be using it all the time? According to Statista.com, there were 1.56 billion cell phones sold in 2018. Those cell phones were given to a child as a birthday gift, Christmas gift, or just simply given to them, and they continuously use them until eventually they get so tired and fall asleep, and even then the cell phones are on and still affecting their eyes. There should be a certain age that a child should be able to have a cell phone, and I believe that should be preteen into teenage years. When a baby is introduced to a cell phone, obviously it is going to be attracted to it because it has different colored lights and fun little games to play. But really, as they watch the cell phone, the baby's brain has a hard time developing throughout its life. A group of doctors have said that women who are pregnant should limit their electronic device time because of the radiation it gives off. Too much cell phone use can also affect the child's behavior. When they get used to using a cell phone all the time and then they're not allowed on it anymore, they start to act out because they're so used to it. Experts say that most people stay on their cell phones for more than 8 hours a day, but it should be limited to less than 2 hours a day. Cell phones are like a drug to children. They get addicted to them like people get addicted to drugs, and then when you take them away, it's like they're going through withdrawal. When kids growing up using a cell phone, as they get older, they start asking for more than just watching kids' YouTube. And they want to have social media accounts, and that can lead to cyberbullying and sometimes getting on websites that they shouldn't be getting on. Just because they're available to them, they get on them anyway. A person shouldn't have a cell phone until they are old enough to know what all that stuff means, because if a young child is getting bullied online, it could lead to suicide, depression, or stress at a very young age. I didn't have a cell phone until I was 14. Of course, I wanted one and I begged for one, but my parents would not allow it. I thought that I was miserable because all my friends had cell phones and I was only allowed on the computer 1 hour a day. But in the end, I knew that my parents were just preventing me from having to wear glasses, contacts, because if I had a cell phone, I definitely would have stayed on it all the time because that's what everybody's on. That's how you talk to people, is on cell phones. I it just helped me not having a cell phone. My parents knew it helped me. They made me go outside more, and I think that parents who let their kids have a cell phone at a young age, they're just preventing them from going outside and playing anymore. You barely see kids going outside to play anymore, so I personally don't think that a kid should have a cell phone at a super young age. maybe like 12, 13, but sometimes you see little babies having cell phones, like watching YouTube and all this stuff when they could be playing with their toys, and really it's just affecting their eyesight. And the parents don't really understand that because they just think they're giving them a cell phone to play with, but really their kids' eyes are being affected. And most kids have to have glasses and contacts just because maybe they had to have glasses or contacts like for themselves, but then again maybe they were using a cell phone or tablet or an iPad or getting on a computer when they were just a baby, watching YouTube kid videos and playing games and stuff, and that affected their eyes, and now they have to wear glasses or contacts. There has recently been an outbreak of a hacker getting into kids' YouTube videos and trying to teach them how to commit suicide. Imagine leaving your cell phone with your kid and coming back and something like that being on a YouTube video, and it keeps popping up on the screen. They could be traumatized for life. The fact is, it's okay to let kids use a cell phone for a little bit, but not all day long, to the point where they're affecting their mental health and physical health.